Hey Bookaholics, welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be doing the Intimidating TBR Book Tag because I have so many books I have to read. I just keep on collecting even more without reading as much. So I just have more books that I have to read and it's ridiculous. So I decided to do the Intimidating TBR Book Tag. So let's just get right into it. So the first question, what book have you been unable to finish? So one book I haven't been able to finish is Heartless by Marissa Mayer. I tried to finish this one. I'm going to continue trying. I'm going to have to pick this up eventually and finish it because I really want to finish this book. I want to see how it ends. But the interest in it just kept dying and dying as I kept on going to work and having no time and wanting to read other books. And this one just fell through the cracks and I just need to read it. I need to finish it because I need to find out what happens. But I just kept on getting pushed down and I just never finished it. So that is one book I have been unable to finish. Next question is, what book have you yet to read because you just haven't had the time? There's definitely one that I do plan to read eventually, but the commitment to it just seems so big that I just don't have the time. And that is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I want to read this eventually. I want to read them. But there's 7 books. And they keep getting longer and longer and longer as you get to the next book. And it's just intimidating. And I just don't have the time and I don't have the motivation and I really don't want to get into the commitment of reading it. If I started it when I was younger, when they were still coming out, it would have been less intimidating, but they are all out and they are so big and there's so many and I know what happens to them because I read all the books. I've read all the books. I watched all the movies, so I know the generalness of what happens. I just don't have the time. The third question, what book have you yet to read because it's a sequel? What book would that be? This one's not necessarily a sequel, but it is a sequel to the sequel. So that is Angel Fever by L.A. Weatherly. And I read the first 2 books. I really enjoyed them. And this one I bought, but I didn't really remember what happened in the first 2 books. And I had no motivation to read them to actually get to this last one. So I just haven't read it. And yeah, that is the one that I will go with because I have yet to read it and I don't know if I ever will. But I don't know if I won't. So I kept it. And I don't know if I'll ever get rid of it because I'll never know if I will eventually maybe get to this. So that is my answer to the third question. Fourth question, what book have you yet to read because it's brand new? So if you've been watching my other ones, you've seen my book outlet unboxing and my April book haul, and I have a lot of brand new books. And I don't know which one to pick. Well, let's go with this one. I'm gonna go with Stalking Jack the Ripper because it is brand new to me. It's probably the newest one that I bought that first started the series. So I'm gonna go with this one. And the second one hasn't come out yet, so I definitely want to read it soon. Very, very soon. The fifth question. What book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and didn't enjoy it? So I read the Divergent series by Veronica Roth, and I did really enjoy it. I did. But the third one just didn't quite sit well with me. Not really because of the ending. I didn't like the 2 point of views that came out. And so I'm going to have to go with this one. 4 by Veronica Roth. Mostly because I did not really care for 4's point of view because it didn't sound very different from Triss at all. So I just haven't really wanted to dive into 4's whole perspective in this book because I just don't want to. But I bought it because for some reason I felt obligated, maybe because I had the other 3 books. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, so number 6. What book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? So the one that I have yet to read because I'm just not in the mood for it is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So I do want to read this eventually. I want to see what it's about and how it gets into this world, but I really have no mood to go into this world of circus and stuff. So I just haven't read it yet. I plan to eventually, possibly, but I just haven't yet. So that is the one I'm going to go with for number 6. Number 7. What book have you yet to read because it's humongous? Okay, so I don't know if this one counts, but I just can't find one because one of the bigger ones I have, I finally read 2 months ago. So I would have gone with that one, but I can't. So I'm going to have to go with the series. So the series I'm going to go with, because they're pretty big books, I'm going to have to go with Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorn and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury. Because look at this thing. This thing is huge. It's almost 600 pages, and it's huge, and it is a big commitment, and I want to eventually get to it. I have to read the first book first, which isn't as long, but it's still a decent amount of pages, and then there's this one, and then there's the new one that's coming out. That came out actually on the 2nd, and it's just a little intimidating to start this series because look at this thing. We'll see when we get to that. Okay, so number 8. What book have you yet to read because it was a cover buy that turned out to have poor reviews? I'm gonna have to go with this one. I'm not necessarily not reading it because of the reviews, but I feel like it might take me a little while to actually get to actually reading this. But I don't think it has that many great reviews, so I'm gonna have to go with this one, Glitter by Apriline Pike, because it was a cover buy. I really like the cover. I'm going to have to go with this one because it's not going to be up on my high TBR list at all. This one was definitely cover buy that I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Number 9. What is the most intimidating book in your TBR pile? I will have to go with books because I got a whole series to read, and my reading has been awful. There are 4 books in this series, plus novellas, which I don't know if I'll actually read the novellas. I'm not a big fan of novellas. I just said novellas a lot in that sentence. I definitely have 4 books to read in this, and going by my trying to read, Heartless, this one by Marissa Meyer hopefully won't go through the same fate, but if it does, that'll make them very intimidating. I'm gonna have to go with books because this whole series, they're all decently sized. They seem to keep on getting bigger. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with these. Alright, so number 10. Who do you tag? I'm not too sure who I'm gonna tag yet, so I'm gonna put all the people I tag down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun doing this tag because it let me see all the books that I have to read and how intimidating it is. So that's fun. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below of the books that you are intimidating to read. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Check out my other social media accounts, so my Facebook, Twitter, and Goodreads. I will link them all down below in the description box as well. I'll put in all the questions for the Intimidating TBR book tag down below, so if you want to do this tag without me tagging you, go and do it. I make a video every Thursday, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!